Story of the day. A man loves his life through and through. He's he's a well-meaning man, but he doesn't seem to, I don't know. It's one of these things where one of these barriers that he never got over. And it's plagued him in ways that he has seen the consequences of, but whether he's seen the reason as to those consequences or the cause is questionable. And he's a great man. No one can say a bad thing about him. People might say he's a little hesitant. He's not one to take action. And there comes, and things pass him by. He sees things in his life that he thinks to himself, or looks back on even, and says, "Oh, that if only, he, a job or a holiday, or here's about some great story. Oh, you should have been there, Paul. We had a great time." But he always goes, no. He's hesitant. He's worried. He's scared. But what does he go back to? His room, his home, his flat, and he simply sits. And he's not a mean man, but he also doesn't take the opportunity to be kind to himself. He lets things anyway. And there comes a time when, there's these things where it's like, oh, what happened to that? I thought you were gonna do this. I thought you were gonna go and, you had that amazing talent. You're an amazing dancer, Paul. We've seen you do it. Why don't you come with us to the club? You should go. There's a dancing competition, and it's a lot of money, and even if you don't win, it's a lot of fun. You have the potential. What's the worst that can happen? But he just doesn't know, and he's just worried of what? He doesn't even really know. He just has a feeling in his stomach. The unknown, the scary, big world and what could be within it. And he, no, it's fine. Anyway, one day, he's, going home. It's late. He stayed late. Didn't have to. They said, hey, I could cover it. You always cover it, Paul. He goes, no, I'll cover it. And, he never takes time for himself. Not that he has anything to really do, but how could you have anything to do if you don't have the time for yourself to then find out? Anyway, he goes and he locks up his job and he goes home, and on his way home he sees an incident. He sees an incident that he's not too sure what he's looking at, but something looks awry. And he goes and he kind of peeks his head over. He sees on the street a man you know, stumbling, and you have your local sort of drunk, but this was more than that. He was slipping and falling and crashing, not just bumping, but crashing into things, and his words more than slurred. He was speaking in tongues, and and he doesn't, Anyway, he sees this man and he says to himself, I should help him. This is immediate feeling, But then he goes, but what? I'm sure he's fine. He doesn't need my help. Why would I? I don't want to bother him. And he sees him fall, and the man falls over again. He tries to get back up, and he almost falls, but then he does get back up. And he's wet now. There's a puddle, and thinks to himself, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's dangerous. He looks a little ominous. And, anyway, and finally, he kind of. There's still that feeling in his stomach because no, I should go and say something. I should go do something, and he thinks, what? He thinks in his head, that's almost mean. This man doesn't do anything with his life either. I'm no better than this drunk. At least he's doing something. He's getting drunk. What am I doing? And he helps the man, and he gives him a cab, and he makes him a bottle of water, and the man thanks him and goes home, and he thinks to himself, I should really apply to that dance competition. Hey.